Welcome everybody. We'll take a second, let you guys come in. Got Repo out here with us tonight. Hey buddy. Like I said, we'll give us just a few minutes, let you guys fill in. Shouldn't take too long once you guys all see your notifications. How's it going everybody? Glad you're here, glad you're here. Hello. Give her just, there comes the notification. Mark Huff, you're the best. What is up, Dylan? I'm just out here in the shop hanging out with Repo. Got the shop cleaned up. If you guys remember the last video that I posted, the shop on this side was absolutely a mess. So we took the time when I got back home and really cleaned everything up the best we could. So everything's doing a lot better. Yeah, it is still in one piece for sure. Definitely in one piece. Is it a Dodge Charger? Yes, it is. Just made it back from Power Tour. All right, guys. We'll got a few good amount of people in here. We'll start talking. What is this really nice black car? This is a '69 Dodge Dart. It's a GTS clone. This is actually Dad's car. This isn't mine. It's a 340. It's a factory 340 X-Head car. Not a factory, but it has a '69 block with X heads on it. It's all correct, but it's not the factory one. I think this car was just a factory GT, had gold interior, somebody put on, and then black paint. I don't know what it was supposed to be factory, but Dad actually did the black on the hood, or the red on the hood, red interior, and red stripe. So it looks a lot better, in my opinion, compared to the gold. Yeah, the Charger still alive, thankfully. I think mileage-wise, I know it was over 2,500. I need to do the official count. I haven't done it yet. But we did survive the trip. And if you guys watched, we had a lot of fun, met up with a lot of cool YouTubers. And, hold on a second. Vice Grip Garage, my guy, Derek, donating $2 for tacos. I'm upset we never got tacos. Well, we did like the first night we went to Taco Bell, but you and me never got to go get tacos. I was upset about that. So anyway, you guys go subscribe for sure to Vice Grip Garage. Here's the little hack he did for me. The breather for the PCV was leaking, and he just wrapped one of my towels that I had, put a zip tie around it, fixed it up real good, so kept it from leaking anymore on the trip. So yeah, go subscribe to him for sure. Derek's a really good guy. Hello from Louisville, Kentucky. Yeah, I'll tell Daddy that you like it. Did you go with EFI or carb? If you did, go with EFI. How's it doing? I went with a carburetor from Summit. Probably gave me more trouble than anything, but that's just because I'm new to the carburetor. Really didn't have a lot of time to mess with it. It's definitely not the carburetor's fault. I brought a bunch of tuning stuff with me. Just never really got to deep dive into it. Thunderhead 289 did some basic stuff to it and got it set up to run a lot better than what it was running. He did that on the first stop when we all met in Knoxville. So go subscribe to Thunderhead 289. He did help me out a lot on the trip. He actually gave me a ride when the fuel pump went out on me. So the fuel pump itself was still working, but here, let me see if I got a fuel pump over here on the wall I can show you guys. Be a lot easier to see. So on these fuel pumps, so these two pieces are basically crimped together. And what had happened on mine, like right here oh sorry, I wasn't pointing the camera right. Right here where they're crimped together, separated. So the fuel pump was still pumping fuel, but it was pouring gas out right here. And the fuel pump was fine. Like I said, it just wouldn't hold any fuel. So Luke gave me a ride to O'Reilly. He actually called, make sure they had one before we went. So appreciate that, Luke. He might show up here later. How was the ride? It was fun. It was, hold on, what? Oh, hey, Junkyard Mom from, that's Kevin Brown, good old Junkyard Digs. Is he in here yet? Surely he's in here somewhere. Yeah, there he is. He's in here. Yeah, go subscribe to Junkyard Digs. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and get the lineup. We had Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here's the back glass. This is what I showed everybody. I'm proud of this one. So we've got Vice Grip Garage, Junkyard Digs, then me, Thunderhead 289, Classic Mustangs 429. You guys definitely need to go check out all these channels because these guys are a bunch of awesome and down-to-earth people who are just like me. They do videos just like me pretty much. And they're all really awesome and nice dudes. So if you haven't had a chance yet, go subscribe to these guys. And to Boss Garage. We all met up with them. They did some really cool stuff. We did an engine rebuild, essentially. We just kind of assembled a Pontiac 455 in a hotel room. So if you guys saw that on the Facebook, on the Hot Rod Power Tour page, I posted that up, and it was pretty cool. But wheeled it in on one of the luggage carts, and then wheeled it back out, and nobody even noticed. But it was awesome. One of the highlights of the trip, I'd say. Then we installed the engine the next day in the 455 in the GTO, which you'll see all that on the DeBoss channel. Go check them out. They're going to be posting videos here hopefully in the next few days, maybe sometime this week or next week. But yeah, definitely an awesome trip. Oh, let me catch up. Jeanette R, $4.99 to buy stuff at O'Reilly's. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back. Hi, Kevin. Just saw your comment. Sorry. Any mods to the Charger coming soon? Yes. What I'd like to do is fix the wipers. I don't have wipers, so it rained the entire week. Interior, that's one thing I like to focus on. You can't see it right now, but I want interior looking nice. These seats were so comfortable. Definitely recommend those if you're looking for a nice budget-friendly pair of reclinable bucket racing seats. Those things were the saving grace for this trip. Definitely helped me out and kept me comfortable on the ride. What color are you going to paint your burnout? Hot pink. Did I see... There's a comment that I wanted to go back to. Let me see if I can find it. Impact's Garage and Gaming. Hey, Dylan, it was great meeting you in person in Martinsville. Really enjoyed it. You guys go subscribe to him. He was a super awesome dude. Drives a Plymouth every day as his daily driver. And the thing is awesome. It's pretty much the same style as my Charger, but it's just killer. I mean, the thing's set up nice. It runs good. It drives good. He drives the thing every single day. And you daily a car like that, you gotta have dedication to the Mopars and just anything like that. So he's an awesome dude. We talked for a pretty good while, and it was great to meet him. So definitely go give him a follow if you haven't already. What color are you gonna paint the Charger? Hot pink, General Lee. Plans for the interior? Carpet. One thing we need to do is get rid of these exhaust cutouts. The exhaust cutouts were pretty much baking the floor, and it made the entire trip super hot. So I'm going to get rid of that for sure. Those cutouts were fun. They were pretty awesome in some tunnels. We took some videos of us driving through some tunnels. We had to grab my phone charger real quick. But yeah, it was crazy with those cutouts. But the leak, and they leaked just enough where enough... heat from the exhaust was bypassing. You want to talk about a scorcher, especially on those hot days. So yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of those. Mook's here. Mook, guess what? Here's my dog. We talked about how I miss my dog. Here's one of them. Being lazy. Junkyard Dicks, welcome to the party. Fix my dad's old 83 Ford Ranger standard cab long bed. Good luck, man. Have fun with that. Back to the mullet mobile. Yeah, you have fun with that, Kevin. I won't say what it is, but it is definitely a mullet mobile. Which car gave you the most confidence on the tour, the Dart or the Charger? Definitely the Dart, because I already knew that car was fairly dialed before I left for Power Tour. I knew that it wouldn't give me as much trouble. Though it didn't last as many miles because the Dart rear end started to give me trouble around 600 miles, while this one did over 2,500, I'd say. But the Dart, I was less nervous driving it than I was this car just because I didn't really have a lot of time to work out any of the bugs. But yeah, Now this one got a lot more attention, and it was definitely a lot of fun. And I met a ton of you guys on the tour. I met so many people who watch the channel, who watch all of our YouTube channels. And that was probably my favorite part, was meeting people and actually talking to like people I never met before, but they knew me through YouTube. So it was just awesome walking through there. Hey Dylan, can we grab a quick picture? It just is awesome. It was great to meet everybody. The Daninator. What kind of gas mileage did you get on the trip? It wasn't good. I think on the way home I got about 11, and that was about as good as it got. So yeah, definitely not the best. You gonna paint the Charger? Yeah, no. Where are your other cars? They're all outside. If I wasn't attached to my phone charger right now, I'd take you guys out there. But I've been making some videos today actually. So, fun fact, this Friday we'll be posting a video about a new project that I think you guys will enjoy. Just a little budget-friendly beater that I think is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm filming the second video right now, and then when we get that done Friday, we'll post that up Friday morning so you guys can watch that. Hopefully you enjoy it. Love B bodies, but A bodies are overall better round vehicles. I mean, they're basically the same car. Just, I mean, it's pretty much a similar platform. You've got, you know, subframes. I mean, there's really not a lot to them. They're basically the same. You know, it's just in all how it's set up. The only reason that my Dart was more trustworthy is because I'd been driving it for what, 4 or 5 years by that time. 11 mpg, small price to pay for adventure, if you ask me. I agree. It was worth it. I think I quit trying to count my mileage after the first day. Like, it's not even worth it. Do you use a lead additive or are the valve seats hard? I don't use a lead additive. Yeah, this is, yeah, they're not, they're hard valve seats. But no, I don't have to use any lead additive. I do use a zinc additive though, because these new oils do not have any kind of good amount of zinc to them, so definitely use that. Sounded amazing. What exhausts are running? These are 2.5-inch Dynamax Ultra Flows with 3-inch factory tips out the back, and the headers are Doug's. They're just built to fit this Charger. Like I said, I want to get rid of the cutouts though. And the car was so loud too, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that cutouts were leaking. But it was cold one night, and everybody was standing next to my car because I just shut it off, and all the heat coming off the cutout was enough to warm everybody up. So here you met Eric, aka Impact Garage and Gaming, on the tour. Yeah, I actually just gave him a shout out here a second ago. We talked Mopars for a little while, and that was in Martinsville, right? He's got a nice car. I love that car. But yeah, we talked Mopars for a little bit, and man, he's a super down to earth guy. Really nice. Is the magnet still on your hood? No, it's not on the hood anymore. The magnet got relocated. It was sitting right here for quite a while. No, Kevin, whenever I left, he put it right here on the back. He said, I want to see if that thing will last the whole way home. And he even made it line up with the body line so I wouldn't be upset. But yeah, it lasted the whole way. That was like a 9.5-hour drive, maybe 9, something like that. But yeah, it stayed right there in place. So that's a testament to Power Tour magnets. Is the Charger fast? Randy, the Charger is on rails. Here's the thing about the car. The thing is, the converter is way too loose for the rear gear and the tire out back. It's just almost impossible to drive in certain situations at low speed. It's got 323s and a 28-inch tall tire and a 3,000 RPM converter. I want to get a converter built specifically for the car. I got an off-the-shelf one that was recommended to me, and it's really not the best converter, but this rear gear and tire combo is really not a good setup for the cam and converter. So that's some things I'm going to figure out as I go. I do have the 391 Sure Grip that I've talked about before, but I didn't want to put it in before we left the trip, because if any kind of gas mileage was existing at that point, it would have been gone. So, But yes, the Charger is basically on rails. The thing has that super huge sway bar up front from Hellwig. If you can see it right there, it's kind of dark, but yeah, we went through some turns going through the mountains of North Carolina, and this thing just loved it. No body roll at all. That if anything was right about this car, it was the way it handled. And I didn't even have a chance to rebuild the rear. And I could feel the rear end wash out a couple times because of how fast I was taking some turns, but the front end is dialed. So I'd like to rebuild the rear suspension. I've got shocks for it. I've got new springs, new bushings, everything to finish it up. But like I said, it was just down to the bare basics of what I needed to get on Power Tour. Heard that a couple cars were stolen from the Power Tour. Have you heard anything? I heard that it was either 4 or 5 cars were stolen the first night, and I'm sure it was all planned. I have no doubt it was all the same group of people who did it. Other than that, I know that there was one instance where another car was almost stolen, but they were caught. But I believe that the only time any vehicles were stolen was that first night, and it was about 4 or 5. I don't remember the exact number. But thankfully, nobody else that I know of had any issues. So I was fortunate enough to not have any issues with my car being stolen or messed with. But, you know, you just park next to a nice car with shiny paint. Nobody knows the difference. How do you find Mopars that are inexpensive? Craigslist, eBay, Facebook Marketplace. That's all I do. I mean, you can find $500-600 Mopars all day long. I think Rotella has some zinc in it. I put that in my Miata. Yeah, I've heard that they do, but just not as much as I think that the what is it? The ZDDP count is not as high as typical old oil. I typically run VR1 and stuff. I don't think they have 1040 in VR1. That's what I run in this thing. So I've been running Castrol GTX with a zinc additive, but in my Dart, since it's such a worn out engine, I run 2050 in the VR1. I really like VR1 though. It's really nice. If you had the option, would you rather buy a 4x4 or 2-wheel drive truck? Give reasons and then tell why you would buy the other one if you had to. See, I'm more of a street truck kind of guy. Plus, 2-wheel drives are going to have a lot less moving parts as far as, you know, things that could wear out or break. Like if you're driving a 4-wheel drive every single day, you're going to have axle CV joints that can go bad. But if you're wanting something just daily drive, I'd go with a 2-wheel drive any day. And I mean, I pull a trailer with a long bed 2-wheel drive. It does fine. My blue truck is a 2-wheel drive. I am building a 4-wheel drive, but it's not something that I necessarily would daily, which I might one day. Who knows? And who knows what I'll do. But I'm more of a 2-wheel drive truck kind of guy. The breather towel fix is a good idea. I did the same thing to mine with a cut up T-shirt and some safety wire because I'm having trouble finding the right type of oil breather. Yeah, I have to thank Derek from Vice Grips Garage for that one. He did that when he noticed that it was. I thought the valve cover was leaking, but then after he pointed it out, I could see it dripping onto the header. Excuse me. And he just wrapped that around it, and then no leaks after that. I need to fix that. It was just some generic breather cap I got from O'Reilly that wasn't meant for that valve cover to be like just a little. What do you say? I don't know what the word is, but just to kind of give clarification, it's not meant for this type of valve cover. I really should use a different kind, but that's why it was leaking. It's not the breather's fault. It's just that I had mismatched breather versus valve cover, whatever. You ever going to get new rims and hubcaps? Probably not. I really like the way that these look. You can see I didn't wash the car, which I mean, why would I? But I didn't clean the wheels before I left. I didn't clean the tires. This is all Power Tour grime. So I haven't cleaned it up at all. Man, I'm behind on comments. I'm sorry, guys. Where was I at? I wanted to get back to where... Man, there's a lot of deleted comments. You guys, I need to act right. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. You know, do a crossover shootout with Vice Grip Garage, Thunderhead, and Junkyard Digs. I would absolutely love to. I just would like to hang out with the guys. These guys are awesome. You know, they're fun people to hang out with. That was the second time I've hung out with Thunderhead and Junkyard Digs, but I always talked to Classic Mustangs 429 for years, or like not years, but maybe a year and a half. We'd all had a conversation, and we had a group message going. You guys always know that I mention him in my videos, but that was the first time I'd actually met him. Was on Power Tour. I never met him in person before. The guy's awesome. He's crazy, I'll tell you that, because he got that Mustang ready in 3 days. So he's insane, but he is awesome. And Vice Grip Garage, I just heard of him slightly, maybe a week or so before Power Tour, and I've watched a couple of his videos. I didn't really know the guy that well, but when we met in person, he's just a super down-to-earth guy too. So yeah, they're all an awesome bunch, and I would love to hang out with these guys again. So yeah, there's going to be some videos, some challenges or something like that in the works. We're going to talk about it. We've talked about doing collabs in the future. So yeah, we just got to do some planning and figure out what we need to do. But absolutely, I would love to. Watching all your videos that I can find to watch of you guys working on a 95 Dodge Ram 1500 4x4. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wish people would stop asking you to paint it. It looks good just like the way it is. That's just, you get used to it. Hey Dylan, my grandma has a 74 Plymouth Satellite that has been sitting for a year in her garage. We are getting new tires on it, put on it this summer. Go for it, man. That's awesome. It's really awesome. He's mentioned, Lord knows how many times over, I've lost track of videos and live streams. He's not painting the Charger. Yep, you're right. But you still got to remind everybody because not everybody's here. Mufflers are Dynamax Ultraflows. Steering gearbox, did you use? It's just a factory rebuild. I would like to use, gosh, what's the name of that company? I know you guys are going to tell me. I can't think of the name of the company, but it's a quick ratio box that a lot of people use, and it's a lot smaller. The name just completely blanked out of my mind. I have no idea. Kind of rear gear to 323. When are you going to put the 3D3 back in the car? I don't know. I probably won't. It's just nice to have the original engine. Would you do Power Tour again, and was it expensive? Yes, I would love to do Power Tour again. And it does get pricey. And, I mean, gas is expensive. Hotels are expensive. Food is expensive. But it is, I mean, it's no more expensive than doing a hotel at the beach or something for a week. I mean, it might cost a little bit more, but it's just like a normal vacation, honestly. Dylan, I forgot what 4x4 do you own. I have that 77 Trail Duster. Love the way the satellites look. Yeah, me too. I like a Cordoba. I looked at the Cordoba today. It's still there. I had an idea for it to take it to a dirt track today. That thing will be fun. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Bye, Mook. See you later. Which one of your project cars is your all-time favorite? Man, I think I had more fun with poor Repo. He's tired. Look at him. Yeah, buddy, he's tired. I had a lot of fun with Romp. That thing, I actually drove him, no, not yesterday. No, Saturday. Drove Saturday. That thing is just so much fun. Classic Mustangs 429 is super cool. He gave me a lot of compliments on my car and made a great conversation with me. I really enjoyed talking with him. He's really awesome, dude. Any thoughts about Drag Week? It looks like fun to watch. I probably would never do it, though. I just like to drive. I don't want to abuse my car. Want to see more of the Trail Duster? It's coming soon. It's one of the projects that's lined up, and I've got a really cool surprise for you guys that you'll really enjoy, I think. Hey Dylan, whatever happened to the old junkyard satellite that you drove out of its grave? I've got some really good news about it that I will share in a later video. So stay tuned for that. What kind of gear do you have in the rear axle? 323. Firm feel? No, not firm feel. Not the. Gosh, what is their name? Did you do a grassy drag race with Junkyard Digs? That might have been the first thing of yours I saw before Power Tour showed me your Charger. Yeah, that was me in my black Cordoba. That was back in last September. Trail Dusters are cool. Other than the name, how do they differ from the Ram Charger? Really, they're the same truck, besides some emblems and whatnot. They do have their own grill, though. Like on the front of the Trail Duster, if you ever look at the trucks, they have like a really big tin grill is what they're called. And the Dodges will say Dodge across the front, while the Trail Duster is blank. And this is for like, I'm talking for like the 77 to 78. They will say Plymouth on the hood instead, and that's a very rare grill to find, but pretty much the same truck. I love the petty truck y'all built. It's so bad. I love it. And you and your pops are great. Speaking of the petty truck, this might look familiar to you guys. For anybody who followed that build, this is actually out of the petty truck. So there was an issue concerning oil pressure. It would not oil one side of the rocker gear, so Dad actually just pulled it last week and disassembled the engine to see if he could find anything that was wrong with it. So he's going to take it and get it inspected in a machine shop, maybe get some cam bearings for it if it needs it. But there's all the parts for it on the bench. So we're he's doing all this stuff right here. I've just been spectating right now. But the petty truck's going to go back together here soon. But yeah, this is all petty truck stuff. It does not run currently anymore, but it will here soon. Where's the... What oil do you run in the Charger? 1040. What MPG? 11. You gonna get the AC running? Yeah, one day. I just needed a pulley for the trip, but yeah, I'd like to have AC. Charger sounded great. I took a brief video clip of you driving off. Yeah, I saw you. Yeah, it sounds good. It does sound good. It's loud though. Gosh, the thing is loud inside the car. Your dad go with you on Power Tour? Mom and Dad actually went. They followed me up the first day to make sure the Charger was okay because, like I said, that was the first time I'd really driven it anywhere. And then they left after that. Thanks for spending the week with my boys. Great memories made together. Oh, they're great guys. Jesse and Kevin are hilarious, and they're fun to hang out with for sure. Any plans for your Dart? Yes, I've got a new radiator for it. That's going to come here soon. It's a black car GTX. It is actually a Dodge Dart GTS clone. What happened with the hotel engine rebuild that Vice Grip Garage streamed? We assembled, well, I say I did a little bit of assembling in the hotel, not very much, but Thunderhead 289 and Derek from Vice Grip Garage pretty much did most of the assembling there, and then I didn't really help out until the next day when we dropped it in. But we wheeled it back out into the hotel, out from the front of the lobby. Nobody said anything. Loaded it in the trailer, and the next day we put it in the car, started it up, and it ran. Let me go back. Flaming River? No, it's not. I can't remember the name. Is it Borgeson? Am I making up that? I don't know if that's a real thing. I always wanted a Ram Charger. Very cool trucks. Yeah, they are very nice trucks. Did I already answer that? Whatever happened to Rump? Nothing. He's run still. I have some ideas for him. I want to do some fixing on him, and I want to make him a road tripper. I'd like to put some kind of overdrive transmission. Whatever happened to the General Lee car that you bought for parts? I'll still have it. I've got for Chrysler rear ends I need to talk to you about later on. I sold it not that long after I bought it. I kept some parts that I needed and then sold it to a guy up in Canada. Would you ever install a turbo on any of your cars? Yes, I have an idea that I will work on at some point in my life. So cool seeing your car in person. Should have gotten a picture with you, but you all were busy dropping the engine of that GTO. Hey, if next time you guys see me, if you ever see me in person, just stop me and ask me. I will not mind, for sure. I mean, this is why we do it. It's for you guys. So if you ever want a picture, just stop and ask me. Congratulations on completing Power Tour. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Have you seen the DIY game channel? Sounds familiar, but no, I don't think I have. Remember the thumbs up, people. That's right, Neil. You're on it. First time I've ever been that far from home on my own, too. My mom was super nervous about me camping out in the bad weather because moms always worry too much. You're right. The best ones do. Hotel engine build reminded me of the Andy Griffith episode where Goober took a car apart at the courthouse. And basically a bunch of us like that. Your dog Repo is great. Love the Labrador Retrievers. He is a good dog. He'll hang out with you all day long. You're going to install the floor pans in the Charger? Yeah, at some point. It's not a priority right now, but we will. I'm working on a 66 Plymouth Belvedere. Any advice? What are you looking for? What are you asking about specifically? Motor does the GTS have? It's a GTS clone, but it does have the right 69 340 with X heads on it. How fast will the Charger go? Interstate speeds. Wanted to try doing Power Tour, but my engine in my 51 Hudson pacemaker died. I wish I could have come. Next year, man, for real. Make next year. You won't regret it. Congrats on the great cruise, and hello from V-Van, Canada. Vancouver, right? Okay, thank you, yeah. I always like this blue Charger from Christine. Yeah, beautiful car. What camera do you use to produce your videos? I don't have it out here right now, but it's a Canon 880, like 80, then the letter D. So it's a good camera. Did you end up putting carpet in for Power Tour? No, I didn't. I had some rubber floor mats that I got, but they still weren't enough. Just those cutouts were awful. What do you think about the oddball AMC cars like the Gremlin GTX? I think they're fantastic. They're awesome. All right, guys. Let's get a couple more questions in real quick. I wanted to cut this one a little short. I've got the video for this Friday that I'm going to go in and edit so you guys can start getting some good content. I really want to get you guys content every Friday at least. I want to start getting back into the normal schedule now that Power Tour's over. So we'll stay on for just a little bit longer, but yeah, we're getting back into every Friday, like I said before. That's my goal. Really want to get back into the swing of things and making some videos because I know we took a lot of time off to get this car ready, but now that it's to the point where it can run and drive, we can take a break for a little bit and really focus our attention elsewhere. This car still has a lot of work to do. A lot. You see I took the battery out because I borrowed it for something else that you will see this Friday. Total miles. It was over 2,500 for me at least. I do not know. I'll have to count it up exactly because if you just count straight miles from venue to venue, it's a lot less than if you travel the actual route, which we didn't do that every single day. Some days we would just drive straight there. Some days we did the route. It just depended on how we felt that day, how the weather looked, how far it was, because there was one day where it was basically over 5 hours driving just to get there from one place to the next, and that was without the route included. So we just drove straight there and got there a little early. Glad to hear the tour went well for you. Thanks for the stream. It was nice to meet you, man. Appreciate you coming out and introducing yourself. What happened to the hotel room engine build? We put it in the car and it started. Can't wait to see what color you're going to paint it. Any specific color you want? Yeah, hot pink, and I'm going to do a General Lee. Will you ever own an ANC Pacer? One day. I'd love to. The Dart looks cool. The Dart is, yeah, this thing is really nice. Videos on Friday and live on Monday. The live stream, they're kind of hit or miss. I used to do them on Sunday nights and then Monday nights. So it just depends on when my schedule is free. But videos, like normal videos, Fridays for sure. Those won't change. But the live streams, I like to do one at least once a week. But we're gonna keep doing them as they can, you know. So we'll get a schedule. You know, we're just trying to fill things out right now. But again, like I said, normal videos every Friday. How did the tires ride? Oh, they're fantastic. They were fantastic. Congrats on the tour. Thank you. Glad y'all were safe. Yeah, we were very safe, and we didn't try to hurt anything, blow anything up. I always wanted one of those, but are too expensive. But I do have a 67 Ford LTD 390. Not a bad car, man. Really cool. You're gonna go with the scooped hood? One day I'd like to. All right, guys, I'm gonna answer just 2 or 3 more questions, and I'm gonna call it quits. Dylan, I'm a big fan of you and Junkyard Digs and Thunderhead. Me too. Don't forget Classic Mustangs 429 and Vice Grips Garage. You gonna put RT badging on the Charger? No, it's not an RT, so I don't think I want to. Wow, Dylan McCool, awesome channel. I remember the Dodge D100 orange truck from the salvage yard. Yeah, he's outside. We're gonna work on him here soon. I'd really like to get him back in the shop. Working on my 82 K10 as a 305 small block Chevy, and was curious on what size cam you might recommend for a nice choppy idle and good bottom end torque. Also, congratulations on completing Power Tour. Thank you. The choppy idle and good bottom end don't really go hand in hand unless you... Here's my thing. I've done this in the past. You want to buy a cam that is going to complement the rest of your setup. It's not just a cam that you're installing in an engine. You need to make sure that you've got the right carburetor, the right compression ratio, right kind of headers. Your transmission is going to have play into it, because if you're running an aftermarket or a stock size converter, you know, because if you put the thing in gear and it just tries to stall out and shut off, then you've got the wrong kind of converter. You need a looser setup. So it's not just a cam that you're installing. You want to make sure that you're building everything around the car to match the cam. So if you've got an 82 K10, that's a 4-wheel drive truck, 305 small block Chevy's probably, if it's a factory engine, it's going to be a low compression engine. Here's what I'd recommend. I'd go with Comp has a really nice extreme energy line. In my Dart, I'm running an XE268, and they say it works well with a stock converter. I've got a 2500 RPM converter in my car, and that thing is really torquey down low. I really like that cam. For you, I'd probably go for a step down, maybe like the 262, or just really call them and see what they recommend. Don't buy a cam for just a choppy idle. This car was almost that way, but I know that if I put better gears in it, it's going to be like a much better engine. But I've done that before. The Dart had a way choppy idle, and it just was a dog. It was not quick at all off the line. Buy a cam that matches your setup. You're going to have a heavy truck, and you want something that's going to have a lot of low-end grunt to get it out of the hole, because if you don't, things going to just be sluggish, and it's probably going to run worse than it does now. So what I recommend, either call Comp or go with a good truck cam, good RV cam, something that's good for low-end torque. Don't buy it just for sound. And I'm done. Sorry, guys. Love the live streams. Thanks for sharing your time. Yeah, absolutely, guys. I love talking to you. This is what I live for. I love it. It's so much fun. Keep up the great work. Do a burnout. All right. I'll let Repo do the burnout this year. Paint it pink, General Lisa. There you go. All right, guys. I'm going to call it quits. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate every single one of you guys who come out and comment and talk. So if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. Like this video. If you have any questions for me, you can leave a comment down below, or you can send me an email. It's dylanmccool1970@gmail.com. Order your t-shirts and your stickers. I've got a new design in the works that I'm working on. I know I've said that for a while, but I actually have something in the works this time. So look forward to the new videos coming out soon. Like I said, the newest video is coming out this Friday, and we're going to shoot for every Friday after that. I'm going to try and get back on schedule, get back on track with you guys, and we'll get some regular content. The charger's not going away, but that means that we'll be at least doing some other things besides just a charger. We're not going to go everything charger. We're still going to work on it here and there, but it won't be the main focus anymore. It'll just be a little bit of the, take a step back from it, collect our thoughts, and then we'll hit it head on once we figure out what we're doing. So like I said, new video Friday. Look forward to it. I'm excited about it. I think it's an awesome video, and I'm going to go inside and edit and finish it up right now. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in the next one.